Welcome back to the 2025 Hamilton County Open. This is the 13th year we've ran this in Noblesville, Indiana. We're at James A. Dillon Park, commonly known as Dillon Park here. My name's Frank Smith. I'm on the commentator mic with Sam Smigiel. Sam, how are you?
Hey, I'm doing really good, Frank, and yeah, looking forward to the final 19 holes here. Nick Robertson, myself, all tied at the top. Elijah one stroke back, and we've got a chase card that is also very, very close. So
very close.
A lot of people still in this. I would say, yeah, Matthew Blakely's got outside chance, but really the whole leaderboard here, if you shoot hot, it's there for you.
Definitely. And hole one is about the story of this course. It's a shorter par 3 with a little bit of danger, a little bit of luck involved towards the end. You miss these trees, you're putting. You hit them, you're still putting. Sam, who wins today?
Going into this, I said whoever shoots 10 down is going to have a pretty good chance.
Definitely.
12, and I think you win it.
Yep. I think any double digits is putting you. Anyone on the lead card with double digits is putting you in it.
There's so many people in contention that you have to shoot double digits to win.
The putting's got to be on too. With the wind changing at all times out here, you really, really want to get that putt going soon.
Yeah, starting to see a little bit more wind today. This would be the windiest of our 3 days.
Definitely.
Getting some wind upwards of 15, maybe not quite 20 miles an hour. I'd say about 15, kind of swirling wind sometimes. Something to note about Dillon Park, all of the orange paint is going to be hazard. You'll see a lot of that, more so on the back. All of the white lines are going to mark OB. So yeah, there's a lot of artificial danger, kind of separating some fairways, separating some walking paths, and makes this course have a little bit of teeth.
Definitely. You can miss your line by a couple inches and be punished pretty heavily as a result of it. And there's multiple baskets with hazard in circle 1. So
yeah, not surprised to see lead card get the star birdie there. Hole 2 is a pretty good-sized par 4. You're going to throw really something over this basket, kind of hyzering hopefully to the flat. Don't push it too far straight because that water can come into play. And then you're probably going to have around 370 to 400 feet. The drone is taking this left side. I think a lot of players are going to be taking kind of the backhand hyzer and trying to check it up to the basket. And then also OB about circle's edge behind the basket,
30 feet back.
separating hole 6's fairway. So, yeah, number one goal here is throw something stable enough that it's not going to go in the water. And also don't go OB on the bath.
Definitely.
And that is perfect.
Yep, that's right where I want to be.
Yeah, and some flat ground, too.
Yep.
Flat ground on your run-up makes a big difference here.
Nick going a little more inside with something flatter. If this gets down, it's good. Yeah, grab that hill edge. Right on top of that hill is the sidewalk that is OB. So pushing too far left can be bad, but yeah, this is wide enough. This is great. Roll down the hill a little bit. Yeah, about 5 feet from where I am. Let's see if Bickel does anything here.
Yeah, looking forward to seeing both Elijah and Nick, some real power throwers out here. Both those guys have a lot of distance. You have some pretty good distance yourself, although you don't typically showcase it. And then, myself, hanging out here as much as I can.
Yeah, thankfully there's not too many holes on this course that require a smash. There are quite a few that require a big shot, and that is not a friendly skip at all.
No, and I was not actually aware of the OB behind the basket. That was a miss on my part, not understanding the course. Played it yesterday and didn't even think about there being OB. And after coming up short yesterday, I said I was not going to come up short today, and well, I didn't.
OB. Yeah, that's not a fun way to start. I'm going a Firebird here that actually has a Crew 42 ink stamp on the back. So shout out Crew 42. I'll be throwing this disc a lot today.
There you go.
Yeah, a good start. For those at home, I have switched my putting style in the last 2 weeks. So for 10 years, I putted one way, and I'm now attempting to learn a new way. So there's going to be some hiccups that come with that, but I've gotten here where I am now with it. So excited to see how that fights its way through the win today.
Well, you made it onto the lead card of a pretty big B tier. I mean, it really has the field of almost an A tier.
Definitely.
So you can't be doing something too wrong.
Yeah, yesterday, the last 2 days, the drives were really on. So if those can be on today and I don't have to putt too much, that'll be great.
Yeah, good par save there from Elijah. Yeah, we're all looking to get a birdie on this one, but it does play as surprisingly the second hardest hole on the course.
Really?
I don't understand why. I mean,
Gotta be the distance.
I think the mistake that me and Elijah made, yeah, a couple people are going to make that, but you're still, just edge of circle there.
Interesting.
So, yeah, I'm not sure what everyone's doing. Maybe a couple people thrown into the water.
It's possible that a couple people took big numbers, and as a result, that's why, but that shocks me. This one is a tricky one as well. This is par 3, 350 feet. There's water about 30 feet behind the bucket, and you want to throw like a fairway or a mid through this gap, but it has to be low. There's a low ceiling, and this looks
That's a little
decent.
higher than you want. And, yeah, it just fades
one of
out a
the
little bit
trees.
too much for him. Going to have a pretty long putt for its birdie.
Yeah, there's water on all sides of this basket, and so you don't want to really throw anything other than straight. You just throw straight, you're happy.
Yeah, and right side, actually a little closer than the water, is going to be some OB, about 15 feet, just a painted line. So basically the rough you see to the right of the basket is OB. Yeah, no one with a good drive on this one. And Elijah kind of leaking that one
That'll work.
a little left, so not ideal. He's going to have himself a circle's edge putt to save.
Yeah, and good up from you. Little backboard off the tree should be no problem. And I am laying this up all day. I know it looked like a run. It was not a run.
Yeah, I think Nick will probably run this one.
Yeah, one of the most aggressive players in Michigan. A little wide, but yeah, not bad. I talked to Nick before the round and asked him his thoughts on who wins today, and he says 10 down. I was a little more ambitious. I thought 14 would win it today.
Oh, gosh. But 14 would win.
Yeah. Yeah, it would.
I think it would. But that's a very aggressive. Our hot round was 11 day one, and so I'm thinking maybe someone can shoot a 12. We'll see. Hole 4, pretty short hole. Going to be a lot of flex forehands off the tee. And you catch the little side hill. It's going to give you a little boost towards the basket.
Yep. Really fast green, so you don't want to land near the basket because that brush comes up quick.
Yeah, you are going with that. No, that's not Firebird.
That's a
That's
cap
your
wrap.
Captain's
Yep.
Yeah.
And nice little skip. Rolled a 25, 20. This is low. And no skip.
Yeah, Nick was going a little bit more. I liked how direct that was, but it just didn't have the angle on it.
Yep. Need to be about 2 feet higher. And this looks great. Similar line to mine. No skip, though. You're parked. Nice shot. What'd you throw there?
That was a Samson by Goliath the Discs, one of the partners with Gateway.
Okay.
And Elijah is going with a Spell, which is a 12 speed. what I noticed, one of the things about Elijah is that he's able to tempo down on a faster disc and just be really accurate with it. So 261 feet. Not a lot of players are going with the 12-speed disc, but is able to make it work, and get himself a birdie.
Yep.
Ooh. Just a little high for you there.
I was a little surprised that didn't bar down since I was putting on hyzer, but hey, it is what it is. I got the chance to throw a Samson this last week, and those things are beefy.
Very.
Very stable. Hole 5, 401 feet, par 3, a pretty generous hole. I feel like you typically will have a putt if you can get the distance right, but there's a lot of trees here right surrounding the basket, so a birdie is pretty challenging. I wouldn't say that there's too many fours on this hole. Par's pretty easy to get, but a birdie is also very challenging.
Yeah, I think the tough thing about this hole is you have a little bit of a low ceiling off of the tee, so yeah, I'm electing to go with the backhand here. I'm going to leave it a little bit short, but have a putt. You'll also see some players go with the forehand. Makes that low ceiling a little bit easier to hit. And Elijah is just a little bit too far right, too far high, and probably going to be pitching that one up for par.
We've seen that a little bit of the whole week from Elijah. He just seems to be pushing the ceiling a little too high than where he wants to be. I got this a little turned over. It did kick to like 45, so I have an open look, but a little bit further right than I wanted it to be. And if you need to know anything more about Nick, that is a mid-range that he's throwing. Nick throws 100% power 100% of the time. So if it's 400 feet, he's going mid-range.
Yep, as expected, just laying that one up for par.
You have a nice little window here. Keeping the putting up from yesterday. Good hit there.
Yeah, good to see that one drop.
Nick with a very small window. Doesn't matter.
Really good shot there.
Nice putt.
You just see a couple putts go in and just a little low.
Yep. Off the cage, up into the chains, and right back out. So definitely not how I wanted to play those two holes when I had birdie putts, but
so lead card, pretty big tournament of you just missed one putt a little high, one putt a little low. How do you kind of regather yourself after that?
Yeah, especially losing strokes to you on both holes, losing strokes to Bickel on both holes, and then losing a stroke to Nick on one of the holes. Yeah, it's not fun. It definitely takes a quick breather. I personally step away from everyone. I just kind of sneak to the back and just breathe. Let myself know, hey, there's still 13 holes we got to play out here. There's a lot of golf left, and if you birdie every single one of those holes, there's no way anyone's beating you. So
there you go.
Just reset and go get the next hole.
Yeah, and hole 6, lined with OB, about 2/3 the way up, so definitely comes into play on the drive. I think perfect shot's going to keep you pretty straight. I'm electing to go with something a little bit more stable to keep myself away from that OB. Probably pushed it a little further than I would like, but still a chance at birdie from there.
Nick going back to that Apollo. This looks flipped over. Great tree. Drops him right in the middle of the fairway.
Just like day one, we saw it, kick back into the back end. So this is also overturned. Is this going to get the kick?
Back
It does not.
Very, very close.
And he's going to have a straight shot to get back up, for a chance at his par, but he's pretty far back.
Definitely. Yeah, anywhere other than the middle of the fairway makes this hole really, really challenging to get. Even that left side, it's such a low ceiling that it's just tricky. And that shot was about 3 feet from being parked. And unfortunately, he's left with a 50-footer.
Yeah, you just got this low ceiling, tight the whole way. And look at this.
That's unbelievable.
I mean, just absolute butter.
Yeah, he went long from
Probably close to 400 feet.
380. Going back to that Firebird.
Yeah, you're working that Firebird really well to get yourself up into the circle. You see that a lot when you get too far to the left, that you've got to go with the flex forehand or a kind of a skippy backhand.
Yep. Are you going to the Samson again here?
No, this is actually one of my karmas I was trying to forehand.
Okay.
I wanted something that would flip up a little bit more. Yeah, not much more I could do from there.
Giving this a run?
Yep, trying to throw this one in from about 100 feet and juice it just a little bit longer than I would like. But I know there's a lot of birdies to be had on this course, so,
What a putt.
Feeling pretty good about my putting this weekend, so I'm giving it a run. Any chance at birdie, I'm taking it.
Man, Bickel went 40 long.
Yeah, really tough to do from where he was at.
Nice putt. All right, right the ship here with a little 8-footer.
Yep.
Inch over the cage, never a doubt.
Yeah, tapped that one in for birdie. Unfortunate bogey from Elijah there. After having a really good upshot. So really looking to right the ship. Heading into hole 7. Kind of a long right turning par 3. This tree right here is really the biggest thing in the fairway. You're either going to go over that with a big old forehand or a flexing backhand kind of in front of it and pushing a little straighter than you would think.
Definitely.
It's not turning over the whole way. It kind of turns and then pushes. Nick just stalls his out just a little bit too much. That's not going to have enough right turn on it.
Yeah. And that where he's at has just absolutely no look.
And I believe we have a little bit of was it a headwind?
It was a headwind.
This round?
Yep.
Yeah.
I thought that was excellent, and it hit that tree. Just grabbed the edge of it, and I dropped me on top of Nick.
Yeah, and I'm trying to go with something just a little bit lower, more inside to kind of cut through that wind.
That was so well done. That's such a tricky shot because you want to get something turned over, but if it's turned over too much, the wind's just going to slam it down. So it has to be on an aggressive nose angle that's still up, and Elijah's joining us. So
yeah, I went with a I went with a 9-speed disc.
Okay.
And I think everyone else on the card went with either mid-range or you might have gone with a fairway. What did you throw on this?
I threw a DGA Rift.
Okay.
I like to say it's what the Buzz SS wants to be. It's very, very straight and has specifically Marweed's run is a little flippier. And so I throw Marweed's run.
And you guys just don't have any putts from there, unfortunately.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There was nothing. And I knew if I ran that, I was going to hit the branch and just bar down and have a 30-footer. So I decided to just lay up.
Oh, and another miss. And we're seeing really a really tough start for Elijah here. He's got to clean it up if he wants any chance at taking this one down. He's
currently 1 over.
Yeah, he's 4 strokes back now.
Yeah, and it almost feels a little out of reach for him at this point. With how many birdies are on this course, he truly would have to birdie out in order to do that. So, hole 8, par 3, 370 feet, water the entire way, and then there's OB about 40 feet behind the basket as well. A lot of these guys are going to be throwing either a 7 to 9 speed, a couple distance drivers maybe, just out wide right and let it drift in towards the basket, and the hill stops everything pretty nicely. So,
and once again, we have a little bit of a headwind on this hole, so going with something a little bit more overstable, and I was just throwing a little bit more direct line. I don't want to get some turn.
Right. And I apologize. I said 7 to 9. I did not include a 5-speed in there. Nick is throwing a 5-speed there. I think it's a Nebula. And, yep, 20 feet. Going back to my Firebird.
Yeah, and this is what you see a lot of players do, just hyzer right in front of that last tree. Actually kept pretty straight, but I think really the shot a lot of people are trying to do is just hyzer in front of
this right
the
here.
Last tree, and
This needs to get
gotta
up.
Go.
Yep.
And
Sure.
it did.
Yeah. Painted
That's-
white line too. That ledge is like 6 inches tall.
Yeah, I think more than that. I mean, to skip up on top of that, I didn't think that was possible.
Yeah. What a birdie.
Yeah, and a roller coaster of emotions that
Oh,
Elijah's
for
going
sure.
through right now.
For
So
sure.
good job kind of locking in to make that putt. And it's looking like we're going to have ourselves a star frame.
Yep. Shout out to Ben Van Sumeren, who dunked this one.
Yeah, excellent ace, Ben. Maybe that will teach you to get into the ace pool.
Yeah. Did not buy into Ace Pool. For all those watching, just buy into Ace Pool. Just do it. Because you're going to hit one when you didn't, and you're going to regret it. So just buy into Ace Pool.
Hole 9, 270 feet. Doesn't feel like it plays 270. I'd say it plays closer to 240, 250. You're going to be throwing something pretty straight, or maybe even a little bit of a flex shot to kind of open up the fairway. Once we see off the tee here, there's going to be a little tree that is a little bit further left than you'd like it to be. So, yeah, the flex shot does play well. I'm going with something a little straighter. And,
Part.
yeah.
For all of you wondering, hey, could I throw the hyzer here? No. That big oak tree that is on the right is a Mando left. And so they don't want you throwing the hyzer in. Why? I'm not 100% sure. But
There's
adds
a parking lot there.
Yeah, adds a little uniqueness to the course. So I'm throwing a green zone. If you know anything about me, I'll throw this disc 95% of the time just because I know what it does. It's similar to your cash where you throw that on just about every approach shot.
And Elijah going with a blade. This is an overstable 9-speed and really showcasing that touch again. Just impressed with how well he does that.
His ability to throw on Anheuser is unbelievable. I don't see anyone who can throw like a straight arm swing, but have the disc come out on so much Anheuser. So good putt there from Nick, about 40 feet out, 35.
Yep. Good tester for you. Good to see that one fall.
Yep. Elijah, 15 feet. Deep straddle, but no worries at all.
And we've got a couple of star frames to finish out our front 9 here.
Yeah. We're tight. I mean, 3 of us tied at 19 with 10 holes to play, and many, many more guys still chasing. So Elijah's 5 back. He's not necessarily out of it, but
it's on the edge.
It's gonna take.
He's got to birdie out. He's really got to do it.
There can't be another mistake. So big thanks to all of you who continue to support us. We're glad to see you here. We'd love to see you in the next episode as well. I mean, we've got 10 holes of golf left and a lot of people really, really tight. So if you'd love to stick around, we'll be here. And thanks for supporting us.
Yeah, we've got a great battle to finish it out. Don't miss it.